Hello everybody and welcome to a very wet Micks Mowers. It's absolutely lashing down outside and blowing a gale too. In today's episode we're going to be doing mower number 4 of 8 of a job lot that come in, and it is the Power Extreme. I don't think there's anything extreme about it, certainly not at the moment because it's not even running. I have managed to just get the fire with putting some petrol down the head, so it's got compression and it's got spark, as you saw in the previous video when I got the job lot in. But apart from that, it's not doing anything else at all. I'm going to put some petrol in it very quickly, just try and give it a quick little run and see what happens. I'll have to put the mic on because it is blowing a hoolie outside. Won't be out there very long because it is absolutely lashing down with rain. So without further ado, let's get on with mower number 4. Okay, here it is. It is really blowing a hoolie out here, so I won't be out here long. Let's put some fuel in, so the tank is completely empty. Nothing in there at all. And let's give that a pull, no primer. Okay, fire straight up. I'm going to get it in, I'm going to give it a quick clean over and just see what's going on because it's smoking a massive amount. It might be overfilled with oil, not quite sure yet. Let's get it in, let's have a quick look at it. Okay, so actually quite shocked. It fired straight up. I have literally just hit this with a hose pipe just to get all the leaf litter out from around the engine mainly. But there's just so much oil, this is just absolutely caked in oil. One good thing of that, it does protect the body, but unfortunately it's not metal. So I'm going to spend the next 5-10 minutes just literally going around it, wiping all this stuff off, so we can see what we're working with before I take any of it apart, and I'll come back to you. Okay, most of it is wiped off now, but I want to start just to break some of this down so I can see what's going on. That looks like a Phillips in there, I'm not quite sure, I can't really see. I'll try a Torx. No, I don't think it is, I think it is actually a Phillips. It's difficult to see. Let me grab a Phillips screwdriver. Do this one. Yeah, Phillips. I mean, it may have something, drastically wrong with it. It may be something simple. For it just to start up like that, it's got compression. I'm suspecting overfilled with oil is what I'm suspecting, or just been tipped up. Sometimes people get rid of mowers because they tip them up to clean them out, especially this type of mower, because they buy them from the local stores and expect it to do the unthinkable and cut long grass, and they just can't manage with it, get clogged up, so they tip them up to clear the grass out, and then after that they just smoke. So that all was cleaning off inside and out. This may be quite a boring video, this may just be literally a strip down and clean. I want my D-walks, and I want a 10mm on there. That pull cord assembly can come off because that's caked in stuff. Yeah, it's all caked, so that needs cleaning as well. I'll have a good spray round here and air compress off as well at the same time. Let's have the air filter out if it's got one. It's got one. That'll all need cleaning off as well. Doesn't smell of oil, funnily enough. But that'll all need cleaning off. I shan't touch a carburetor because it is working, however it's not a brilliant seal around the area. Dead man switch needs a clean, all that sort of stuff. Let me get it cleaned off, I'll come back and then we'll check the oil. Okay, that's now all had a good clean, blast off of the air compressor, and it's as clean as I want to get it really. I don't want to spend too much time on it because hopefully just try and knock it out for cheap. Let's have a look at this oil now, see what's going on with that. Oh, that was loose. Okay. Let's clean that off. How's that doing? Is that loose? What's that doing? That's tight. On an angle. Oh, that's loose too. So that could be suffering from the ultimate problem of what we all do. I'm going to disconnect this tank. It would be one bolt at the back 10mm, one bolt here 10mm which is loose, and one bolt here which is 10mm. So I want to tighten up that oil holder. I don't want to get in the back of that with my, no I can't, so have to be a short one. So I'm going to want my ratchet set, possibly with a short socket on the end of it. That should get it. A lot tight. Loosen that one off. That should be quite a big bolt in there, I think. Not too bad. That's the back one, and then that can just lift round and sit down. It'd be nice to swing it all the way around. It'd be nice somewhere there. That'd be beautiful. Just going to put a spanner on that just to tighten that up. There's a bit more grind to get off of here, so I'm just going to tighten that up. There's a spanner connection on the bottom of it, probably about a 17mm somewhere in there. Tighten that right down. It could be that that was loose, and that was the reason why we had all spillage. I'll try a 17mm. They're all different sizes, probably an 18 or 19. There's me 18. Yeah, that goes on. And I'm just going to tighten that up. So they all suffer the same problem. I'm going to get an adjustable on that as well. I want to make sure it's tight. And well seated. That's it. Double check. Yeah, that's down. I know lots of people don't like working on these SV150s. Lots of people, but to be fair, they're not a very good engine. Okay, I'll give you that. However, they're well made in the respect that they're relatively easy to work on. I've worked on a lot harder engines, and these are not difficult to work on. They come apart relatively well and relatively quickly. But they're just mass produced. Mass produced, so I'm just chucked on anything. Well, let's do them up. That one's on. That one's on. Right, with a cleanish rag, let's now test that oil. See what we got. If that's right, we're overfilled. So what I'm going to do now is just put my on a clean bit of rag to do this. And quite thin as well. And I just literally get the rag, put it over the hole, push that down as far as it'll go, and it just cleans the inside of the tube. Let's try again. See what we're getting. Yeah, overfilled. So it's actually up to here is what I'm seeing. So I'm going to take all that oil out, I'll do an oil change on it, and we'll refill it, and then we'll see what happens. But judging by the way it was smoking, leads me to believe, yeah, it's just been overfilled. It's showing here, that's where it's showing, I've got oil there. So let's take it all out and then we'll go from there. So little Riley boy's turned up. Where you been, Riley?
I went to the shop.
You went to the shop, we got a shop with Mum in?
Yeah.
Yeah? What did you go, where did you go?
Horsey shop.
Horsey shop?
Yeah.
No you didn't, did you?
I help.
Yeah, hang on. Let me put that in there first. Alright, go on in. And get me go out first so you can do it a cut at a time. Right, go on in. That's it, round it goes. Higher, higher. That's it. That's draining. So it looks like, Riley, this one, it started right. Riley, listen, put in. It was running, but it was smoky. So somebody's put too much oil in it.
Why?
Because they're silly billies, aren't they? I'll go down there. There it will. Just about.
I got it.
Yeah, you pump it. You pump that up. Go on then, pump it. Go on, down. Up, up. Down.
I'm sorry.
Yeah. Go on then. Push down. That's it. And again. Oh, it's nearly there. Right, let Daddy put that up there again. I want to get all this oil out. I want to tip this lawnmower up on its side slightly. And also, if I can, tip it back.
I help.
Yeah, hang on.
Boy,
All this oil
boy.
out. Don't want it in there. That's it, that's lovely. Right, that's all the oil out of there.
What do you do now?
We're going to now put some nice, clean, good quality oil in there.
Oil?
Yeah, it was overfilled. I think that's why it was smoking.
Why?
Because somebody put too much oil in there.
Daddy!
Hey? Yes, Daddy's mic, yeah, because they went outside earlier on and it's too
Yeah.
windy.
Help. Help.
Absolutely nothing in there at all. Let me fill it up to the desired level, which you've got minimum and maximum, and that was up here. So let me empty that and fill it back up, and then I'll come back. Okay, so just put some oil in there, and I think I'm pretty much on the mark actually. Let's have a look. Yeah, I'd say we're just a hair's breadth over, but that should drop as we run the engine anyway. I'll take another reading once the oil's gone through it once, because it'll go black. So right, that's that. I'm going through rags like it's going out of fashion. Let's start to reassemble it now. I've got my air box and my pull cord assembly all been cleaned off. That goes back on there. I can't believe this fired straight up. I mean, you know, it would have been great if it was a nice brand new Honda or something like that. But you know, it's a challenge extreme. I mean, these don't go for a lot of money, but it should go for some money. And at the moment, all I've put in it is some oil. I want the air filter and I want the air box. Air filter's been cleaned off and blown through. Oh. That's on. And we've got the cover. Shame it hasn't got what's now at the top there, but it hasn't. A couple of Phillips screw heads to put on, and already, you know, this is already looking presentable. Already, for what it is, a cheap old mower, and I'm not afraid to work on the cheapos because down my neck of the woods, people buy them because lots of places down here have these new builds. And the new builds have got really, really small gardens. So I can cater for that market. Just screw this down and I'll come back to you. Let's check the old plug whilst we're here. Let's start it straight up on it. I may want a bit of a clean up. Not too bad actually. I think maybe they put a new plug in there. That's not very old. They put a new plug in there. It's not gapped correctly though. To see if it'd clear the smoke. Just going to gap that up. Okay, that's now been gapped and cleaned up fully. As I say, it doesn't look that old at all. So that can go back in. And that's got a Champion in there. I dare say it's not the one it come with. What age is this mower? 2011. That's on. So happy with all of that. Pull cord is fine. Doesn't hold at all or frayed. Happy with that. Let's have a look underneath. I don't want to tip it up too much. I don't want to tip it all back out. Yeah, the blade is absolutely battered. So that needs a new edge without a doubt. I'll take that off quickly, give that a sharpen balance. It's absolutely shocking. So that'll be done. I'll do that next. Is there anything else I can do to it? No, I don't think there is. I'll get the blade sharpened and balanced. I'll check the head bolts whilst I'm here. Make sure the head's down. Make sure I'm not getting no leakage from there. And then this needs to go outside and it needs to be ran for a considerable amount of time to see if the smoking persists or if it slows it down. So I've got a little clip up here as well, which that belongs over this side where the cables go. Keep the cables all trapped in properly. Like that. That's it. The throttle all works as it should do. Haven't touched that at all. Dead man works. I can hear it clicking in and out. So that's all good. Right, so just a blade to do, head bolts to check, and then go from there. All the height adjustment all works. Yeah, that works fine. They're very finicky on these little mowers. You know, they're not designed to take any sort of. Hi, buddy. Where have you been? I know it's raining. Ain't very nice at all. But anyway, at least you're out in it. What? Let's get the blade done, and then we'll give it a run up.
What's that?
Okay. Blade's all done. It was a bit pickled to get off, I must admit, but it was off, all sharpened up and balanced. That's now done. Let's get it outside then, Riley boy.
I'm not boy.
You're my little Riley boy. Where's the clamp? I want a clamp.
12.
A clamp.
12.
Yeah, so I want to run this engine and then let it run. Got my clamp. Right, I'll set up outside and then we'll go from there. Okay, Mike's back on again. It's windy. So Riley boy's here ready to start it up. It's going to smoke a bit, I think, initially. Get that out of the way. You got it? You try it by yourself?
Mowers.
Okay.
Here we go.
Do you want a hand?
Yeah.
Yeah, mate. You're quite strong enough. Myself. Right, you ready and ready, boys? Put on to choke. Oh, myself. Right, let's see what that does. It's running. Let's see if it produces any more smoke, see what happens. Let it run for 5 minutes and I'll come back. Okay, there it is. It's still ever so slightly smoky, but I'm convinced that's going to clear. The more it runs. It was absolutely overfilled, so that's going to run for about another five minutes or so. It's cleared by about 80%. Nothing new coming out, so that looks all good to me. Okay, so that little lawnmower now is out on its 5-10 minute test. It's idling. It has got a very small hump to it. It idles quite well. It sounds like it could just be running ever so slightly on choke, but they are so mass produced and so cheaply made. If it persists or gets any worse, in fact, I'm going to do a carburetor clean, but it idles well, and then it just has a little tiny mist to it, like a little tiny hump to it. A new spark plug probably wouldn't go amiss. With my new spark plug. So I'll try a new spark plug in it, try that, see if that improves it. But it's running fine, and the smoke is persisting, is reducing even more the more I run it. So I'll just fill the tank up to about halfway, and that will now run. So hopefully it should be good to go. So that is lawnmower number 4 up and running. We're doing quite well. That's half of the lawnmowers we had in up and running. High five, big boy. So we get on to the next video, which would be lawnmower number 5.
Yay!
Got no idea what that is yet. There's a champion in there, I think. Yeah.
What number 3?
We've done number 3. Lawnmower number 5, I think, has an RV 150 engine on it, but it has a Quantum. Okay, there it is. It's still ever so slightly smoky, but I'm convinced that's going to clear. The more it runs. It was absolutely overfilled, so that's going to run for about another five minutes or so. It's cleared by about 80%. Nothing new coming out, so that looks all good to me. Okay, so that little lawnmower now is out on its 5-10 minute test. It's idling. It has got a very small hump to it. It idles quite well. It sounds like it could just be running ever so slightly on choke, but they are so mass produced and so cheaply made. If it persists or gets any worse, in fact, I'm going to do a carburetor clean, but it idles well, and then it just has a little tiny mist to it, like a little tiny hump to it. A new spark plug probably wouldn't go amiss. With my new spark plug. So I'll try a new spark plug in it, try that, see if that improves it. But it's running fine, and the smoke is persisting, is reducing even more the more I run it. So I'll just fill the tank up to about halfway, and that will now run. So hopefully it should be